Hello everyone and welcome to the BayNet Weekly News. I am your host, JJ Atchison, and today's date is February 23rd, 2024. We have a lot to go over today, including Waldorf man sentenced to consecutive life terms for double homicide of women in their home, and Jamari's law has officially passed the Senate. That and more coming right on up. Tony Covington, state's attorney for Charles County, announced that on Wednesday, February 21st, 2024, Charles County Circuit Court Judge H. James West sentenced Dion Watkins, 52, to 2 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole for the murders of 2 women in their homes. On August 30th, 2023, a Charles County jury convicted Watkins of the aforementioned charges. Before 1 a.m. on January 21st, 2021, officers responded to the 2400 block of Hanover Court in Waldorf for a report of a residence with an open door. Several neighbors also reported hearing gunshots around 12:30 a.m. Upon arrival, officers found the front door of a residence was open. They then discovered the 2 victims deceased with apparent gunshot wounds to the upper body inside of the residence. An investigation into the murders revealed that Watkins and one of the victims were involved in selling marijuana. Watkins was the supplier for the marijuana that one of the victims sold. Prior to the incident, an argument occurred between Watkins and the victim via text message about a debt that the victim owed Watkins, as well as Watkins' belief that the victim was attempting to contact his drug supplier directly. The exchange included voice-to-text messages of Watkins threatening violence against the victim. The investigation also revealed that Watkins operated a gray 2012 Honda Accord passenger car. Based on phone records, video surveillance, and tag reader information, Watkins drove this vehicle to the residence of the victim, who also lived with the second victim, and committed the murders of both victims. Following the murders, a vehicle that matched the description of Watkins' vehicle was observed on video surveillance leaving the scene. At sentencing, Assistant State's Attorney Jonathan Beatty called the incident a rage killing and asked for the maximum sentence under law. He furthered, "The callous disregard for human life is appalling, and that Watkins' actions were heinous, angry, and vengeful." Before sentencing Watkins, the Honorable Judge H. James West stated that the incident was an execution with no purpose other than to say, "I was crossed on a business level or I was disrespected. This shouldn't be tolerated in any community." Senator Jack Bailey has announced that Senate Bill 26, Criminal Law Manslaughter by Vehicle or Vessel, Increased Penalties, which is otherwise known as Jamari's Law, has officially passed the Senate 46-0. The bill is supported by Senator Bailey, Delegate Brian Crosby, and State's Attorney Jamie Sterling. Jamari's Law proposes to increase the maximum penalty for manslaughter by vehicle or vessel from 10 to 20 years, and for any subsequent conviction from 15 to 30 years. The legislation is named in honor of Jamari Duckett, an 18-year-old of Great Mills who was tragically killed by a drunk driver in 2022. The driver's braking speed was 91 miles per hour in a 40-mile-per-hour zone. Jamari was registered for college and in pursuit of a career in mechanical engineering. The driver was prosecuted in St. Mary's County and charged with vehicular manslaughter. The suspect was sentenced to 10 years in prison, the maximum penalty in Maryland. However, vehicular homicide is considered a nonviolent crime in Maryland, so the driver will be eligible for parole after serving only 2.5 years. To learn more about Jamari's Law and to learn how to stay up to date with it, make sure you read the full article on thebaynet.com. On February 22nd, 2024, Jonathan F. Huffman, 38 of Prince Frederick, was sentenced to 50 years in prison with 18 years of active incarceration for sex abuse of a minor and second-degree rape. In imposing this sentence, Calvert County Circuit Court Judge Mark S. Chanley described Huffman as a wolf in sheep's clothing. The case originated last year as a result of a cyber tip to the FBI. A joint investigation by the Calvert County Sheriff's Office and the Department of Social Services revealed that Huffman had been abusing the victim for over many years. He told the victim that if she reported the abuse, things would get worse. Huffman will be on 5 years of supervised probation and required to register for life as a sex offender when he gets out of prison. A Prince George's County police officer suspended without pay following his arrest early this morning. Corporal David Hardister is charged with multiple offenses to include attempted murder in Charles County and with second-degree assault in St. Mary's County. The preliminary details revealed Hardister discharged his service weapon during an altercation in Charles County shortly after 1 a.m. The man was not injured. Hardister and the victim are known to each other. Hardister is also charged with second-degree assault in connection with a domestic incident earlier in the evening at his home in St. Mary's County. Corporal David Hardister joined the department in 2005. He is currently assigned to the Bureau of Patrol. Any questions about the charges against Hardister need to be directed to either the Charles County Sheriff's Office and/or the St. Mary's County Sheriff's Office. Stoney's Seafood House in Clark's Landing is set to hold a fundraiser for Department of Emergency Services Assistant Chief Todd Bowman and Medical Director Dr. Jason Finkelstein on Sunday, March 3, 2024. On February 8, 2024, Todd and Jason were involved in a serious motor vehicle accident on Hollywood Road near McIntosh Road. Upon arrival, crews found their St. Mary's County Department of Emergency Services SUV off the roadway, fully engulfed in flames after colliding with a tree. Both Todd and Jason were fortunately rescued by a brave bystander and 2 Maryland state troopers. The pair were admitted to the University of Maryland Medical Center. A GoFundMe page has been started to help Todd, Jason, and their families during these tough times. So far, due to the amazing support of the Southern Maryland community, the fundraiser has raised over $17,000 as of this report. However, Stoney's is looking to help out by throwing a fundraiser to gain some additional funds. The fundraiser will include 50-50 basket raffles, food and drink specials, a live DJ, and more. All proceeds will benefit Todd, Jason, and their families. The fundraiser will begin at 2 p.m. Basket raffles will begin at 5 p.m. And that's all we got for you this week on the BayNet Weekly News. If you want more information on every single article that we covered today, they are all linked down below. Have a great weekend, everyone, and I'll see y'all next week.